But there is some lighthearted stuff out there today, too. There is that. For example, I'll just give you one little example. A quarterback, Brian, you'll love this. You're a big fan of Jameis Winston, right? I mean, if you get his autograph, you'd take it, right? Quarterback at Florida State University. This is the guy, a couple of months ago, 6 weeks ago, at the student quad up at Florida State, started shouting at the student union outside a bunch of obscenities. And they had to come get him and take him away. He's the QB. He's had some charges, what, of sexual abuse? Oh, rape, yes. Rape, sorry. How can I? And shoplifting. Then he stole some lobsters or something. Okay, well, he had a hearing. Florida State's playing in a Rose Bowl on January 1st, and they've got to have the guy play if they're going to have a chance. So they had a hearing. The Florida State Student Code of Conduct hearing earlier this month. We just now got the transcript. And he was asked 3 questions. Just had to answer 3 questions. And according to the testimony in the transcript just released, it resulted in the quarterback, Jameis Winston, being cleared of sexual assault allegations by the university. He also avoided criminal prosecution stemming from the accusation he raped a female student at his off-campus apartment in December 2012. Then he won the Heisman Trophy in 2013. But he said that the sexual encounter was consensual. And the way he said he knew that it was consensual is because the woman was moaning. And so the review board said, well, wait a minute now. Was she moaning during the sexual encounter? Yes. Was she moaning before the sexual encounter? Yes, Your Honor. What did she say? What did she do? Moaning is mostly physical, Your Honor. Well, moaning is physical and verbally at the time, Your Honor. And moaning means consent. Moaning means she was digging it. Now, I wonder, has the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee heard about this? And the NAGs, the National Organization, moaning? I mean, thank God this guy didn't have to fill out a form and a questionnaire like they have to do in California now. At every stage, you moan. Does that mean yes or no? You interrupt and you moan. What does it mean? Florida, he still gets to interpret that. But what if a moan meant no? I mean, that's lighthearted, right? Yeah, the guy in Florida State that was doing the hearing, conducting the hearing, was the former Supreme Court Justice of the state of Florida, Major Harding. He's retired. He's former judge of the Florida Supreme Court. And it was Jameis Winston's accuser who wanted this hearing. And the hearing took place at the urging of Winston's accuser. So here's how it went. This is the transcript. And not recently. This is like a month ago or earlier this month. Judge Harding said, it would be helpful, Mr. Winston, I understand you've exercised your right and you may continue to do so, but from the purpose of helping the decision maker to understand the complainant, i.e. the woman, for those of you in Rio Linda, the complainant has indicated she continually resisted you by saying no to your sexual overtones, and you've indicated she gave consent. And I'd like to know in what manner, verbally or physically, that she gave consent. And I ask that with the understanding that you have previously given. Winston said, both, Your Honor. She gave her consent verbally and physically. Harding said, and what did she say and what did she do? Jameis Winston, well, Your Honor, moaning is mostly physical. Well, moaning is physically and verbally at the time, Your Honor. The judge, trying to translate this, said, well, that was during the sexual encounter, the moaning? Jameis Winston, yes, Your Honor. Bain Kerr, an attorney for the woman, called the university's hearing unfair. He said, I don't want to impugn the proceeding as corrupt, but I think it was biased. The fix was in. It's all about a football game 10 days from today. Turned out to be just a predetermined whitewash to keep a guy playing football. Quite a charge leveled against an esteemed institution of higher learning, Florida State, and a retired Supreme Court judge in the state of Florida, Major Harding. So, moaning was consent. It wasn't? You don't think moaning is consent? It's not all. So we have some controversy on this. Well, he clearly thought that it was blissful. She clearly was enjoying it. That's what the moaning meant. Maybe she was saying no and moaning at the same time, and the moaning just dominated.